out your hand to me, child, if you wanna be saved. Just put $1 in the bucket every day after day and watch your problems, anxiety, struggle, spirit away. And at the end of the road, I know a place. You poor thing, I'm sure they'll let you walk right in the gate.
Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow, harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I released my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries with the side of an ice cola. You know that rides.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Falcons and the Browns on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg. Wild first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
All-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be let out, Greg, by their quarterback, a first-round pick in the April draft.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They face 2nd down and 7. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
He's going to take a shot, sends it down the middle.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Back to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play. They bring a tight end in motion left. Here's a first carry for their running back. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. A dive, and he's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Browns. That is 1st touchdown this year. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. We'll go play action now with Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end. Mike kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Short throw taken by Pitts.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Tight end on the move left. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now he'll run. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. 21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On play action, Penix. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. On third down, Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he'll work this into the red zone inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll run with Robinson. And he will dive into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They send a receiver in motion left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And how about that back bulldozing his way forward? A gain of 9 yards. 2nd and a yard. To throw is Penix. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
You can hear some boo birds coming out with some angry fans here right behind us, Mike, and rightfully so. They went from 2nd and long, which is obviously not ideal, to now 3rd and nearly impossible. I mean, it's looked about as bad as you can imagine.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
The Browns offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Now this looks like a design. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. But this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. He is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
It's kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup. Good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. This one intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with the big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
The extra point is up and through, and the Browns will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game, that's been full of them.
They run over center with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 3rd and long. Now Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
They'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the second quarter. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Atlanta. Throwing again, it's Penix. That one taken in by London. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Penix. And that is incomplete.